Hello, good evening, welcome back to more Planet Coaster 2 with me, Dragonborn McQueen. Sorry, Alvin just jumped in front of me and distracted me. So, I was having problems with the entrance last time. Well, no longer. This is the entrance, and certainly wasn't having any problems. I've just got to think of a way of encompassing, like filling in the gaps, but we'll get to that. But we have Roman baths, or at least we have a big pool in the middle of a square. We have change rooms over here and also toilets. So yeah, this is took me a little while, but I think it looks quite nice in here. I'm going to put some greenery here on this side, and yeah, we've got all this design. I'm going to come back here, put in staff buildings, another pool here, and something over here. What that is, I don't know, but yeah, we have a pool. I can actually change the style of it. I've not looked at pool styles and everything. Let's actually create custom. Let's go. So small tile. I think small tile is probably the best. What have we got for edge? Grey tiled edge, white tiled, wood plank, terracotta tile, or sandstone. I think we're best off with terracotta. Yeah, let's go terracotta. And I think we can go, yep, we can just paint it all. Looks much nicer now. Yeah. Yeah, it's much more Mediterranean Roman baths. So we've got two ways in and out. I have lifeguards. I put the lifeguard stations in, didn't realise that they would instantly be manned, so yeah, that's why I want to put a staff room in the back here. So we're probably going to work on that, a large staff room. Probably going to have some nice gardens out the front of it. I want to kind of keep it separate so that guests don't complain about it affecting their you know, ruining their experience, etc, etc, that they normally do. But yeah, we'll jump in with what we've got. So, oh, sorry, I'm being rejoined by a Scruffy as well, and caught the mic. Apologies, because his whiskers were just touching my left arm gently, which is rather irritating. Scruffy, he's looking rather perturbed. Hope you're all doing well anyway. And he's just done it again. All right. Let's find the large staff room and get building. I might want to do is, evening Ashley, how are you? I might do is try and design this up. I think if I put the staff room in, I kind of got an idea of layout. So yeah, staff building large. Oh, okay. I do not want it in the ground. That's which put me to sleep again last night. It was good. I got a Gwent card last night. We got one. It took me a few battles, but I eventually got it. If I put this back here, yeah, yeah, nice building back here. Central entrance. See, in we're all a bit annoyed because in the zoo you can actually look in the staff rooms and they're all like detailed, and people aren't really dying to a wall for not long after that I was asleep. So when you go quiet during my Witcher streams, I've just got to be like, oh, that's it, Ashley's gone, she's asleep. Yeah, but everyone might be questioning use of Medusa, but the Romans believed that Medusa's heads could fight off evil. Oh, I really like these as well. Look, the floating jugs. Took me ages to do these. At the right angles, they look like they're. It's a shame that you can't actually see the pole, but I wanted them to be believable, so I put the pole in anyway. But yeah, in reality that pole would be tiny and you wouldn't see it, or possibly even glass. So But yeah, I want it. Yeah, that's just the changing rooms. And look, this is the bit I was having trouble with. No more. I've had to put these in though, to like regulate temperature and control water in the main bath. Then we're going to put another pool in next to here, an enclosed one. Like I'm going to put a building set back a bit, I think, and it's going to be in the covered over with lots of torch lights sort of flickering off the walls and that, like flame light. And then another facility or something here. I don't know what yet, but we'll get there with that one. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, yeah. Romans and Greek. Well, this is traditionally Greek, but I've sort of adapted it to Roman. So, but yeah, the actual theme is mythology, so kind of works. Path. What do I want? Flagstone paths, yep. And we want a line width of 4 meters. And we want to go straight from here. Fixed length off. Bang. Perfect. So that's actually a normal path, but staff can walk along it. Guests can walk along it as well, but if I put I'm just thinking, oh, I can, if guests want to walk up there, whatever, it is what it is. It would look bad if I put down a staff path. It just wouldn't look right. It would ruin the aesthetic. So what am I looking for now? Walls. Lots of walls. So what we're going for, the marble block mythology or market. We're going for these ones, stone market. Just had an idea as well while I'm building this. Oh look, that's perfect. It fits onto that wall perfect. It's almost as if I planned it. Fortnite update tomorrow. I got gifted something from my son. He gifted me Johnny Silverhand, so I was well pleased when I came in. So I played a bit of Blitz. I got a win straight away. So the next, well, it can be on bank holiday, because the Americans don't have bank holidays like ours. Not the same bank holidays, do they? And they're Epic are predominantly an American company. Or they cater to an American audience. But yeah, I may stream some Naught Fight tomorrow. Although everyone's loving the Planet Coaster stuff, so it's just going to be a simple, boring building. Don't get your hopes up, peeps. At least it's a 4-day week. For you it is. I've been at work today. Although I only work twice a week, so I can't complain. It's a 2-day week for me. That's why I need everyone to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Put bell notifications on. Oh, you still need to play Cyberpunk. There's a full playthrough of it on my channel. Hint hint. But it's funny because I was playing on PlayStation 4. It is hilarious. It's the funniest experience, and I played it on release. I'd like to go back to it. I think now it's improved. Stone Ruin, we don't want Stone Ruin, we want Stone Market. Yeah, thank you. Oh, when it came out, so that would have been ages ago. But it's in my playlist. There's an entire playlist of me live streaming it. Yeah, it is good now. One of the guys is majorly into Planet Coaster Games. He played it and he was like, yeah, it's really good now. He said, you should go back to it. I'm like, I probably will at some point. Just never got round to it. Perhaps after Oblivion and Witcher and all the other RPGs, we should go back to it on the channel. There's some cars in it, and I used to love Mantis Blades. I found one of the... I've actually got a guide to it. I've got a Cyberpunk guide. So, well, I purchased that on release. So I got the game and the guide. Pre-ordered it. And I was like, I played it and I was like, this storyline is mad. And so I got Shell to play it. And like most CD Red games, there's some adult scenes. And she made me sit through one of the adult scenes and I was like, thanks for that. She was obviously playing a female. I did have it, but I literally did the first mission and didn't go back to it because I was playing something else. It's a good game. Yeah, I got tortured with I've got traumatised by Cyberpunk 2077. I used to play the tabletop game of Cyberpunk 2077, which it's based upon. Years ago, when I was a teenager. My mate had the book. We used to play White Wolf stuff, Vampire the Masquerade and Werewolf. But we also had Cyberpunk 2077. If we're not all wearing cool VR headsets by 2077, I won't be around in 2077 because I'll be 100. I'm not going to be around. But anyway, if you lot aren't enjoying VR headsets and a dystopian world like Cyberpunk by 2077, I'll be disappointed. Right, so we have a staff building. Although it's looking a bit dull and boring at the moment, isn't it? Dull. Boring. Sit there and insult my own creations. You built it. Still dull and boring. The Romans. Most of their architecture was dull and boring. Alright, how can we make it interesting? That's for me to sort out, isn't it, really, I suppose? Right, I'm going to have to rescale that because it's got to fit 2 in that space and it's 3 meter space, so that's about 70%. I'm going to guess 70%. Let's have a look. Probably 65% then, 65%. Yeah, 65, I reckon. Oh no, 65 is too small. That's about 68. No, 68 is too big. So let's try 66. That's a weird measurement, isn't it? So there you go. If you want to know how much you need to scale something down to fit between... Alvin, that's my leg. Did you have to jump on it? Thank you. Cat. Yeah, if you want to scale something down 66%. What? Ashley, are you playing Fortnite, and what level are you now? I bet you're ridiculously high level compared to me. 66, please. $118, flipping Nora. Yeah. So you're playing now, are you? 118. I'm like not even 50 yet. I'm not playing anymore. Oh. What, are you waiting for the festival pass? So I guess you completed your Lego pass and your OG pass then. I stopped about an hour ago. Oh. I thought you meant you've stopped, like, you're taking a break for a little while. I thought you meant your career would run out or something, but no, you just mean that you've stopped playing now. Fair enough. Yeah, I haven't completed the Lego one yet. I've nearly completed the Lego one. I've completed the OG one now. I think that tier 100 skin, I don't know, I just don't like it. Level 100, I was just like, well, it's not 100, it's 50 in OG, or what, the top one anyway. Yeah, I wasn't over enamoured with that skin. Anyway, I got Johnny Silverhand, and then I brought a treat. And I thought, oh, I'll treat myself to 1,000 V-Bucks, seeing as I'm doing all this stuff for people. I even came home from work and cooked dinner tonight, and I'm a good little house husband. Scruffy, can you stop rubbing your whiskers up against my arm? Flumes. Should we have a flume in here? I mean, I've got the budget to play with, I think, to be able to put a flume in. Oh, you only like lifeguard. Yeah, the slow run. Baywatch that I kept doing. The Baywatch. Yeah, I think I'm with you on that one. I think the lifeguard's definitely the best. She's definitely the best skin. I'm going to put a curtain over that, I think, so the staff will walk through a curtain to get into their workplace, into their staff room, should I say. It's a shame that you can't create lighting inside the shadows. So you could have like orange, like flickering warmth lighting and stuff, like I've created with the let me show you, like here, fix sun, let's go early, yeah, like that. Look, it's nice warm orange glow from inside the building. So I wish I could create that here inside there. I might be able to. Let's try something. You don't know until you try, really, do you? So let's Mythology brazier lamp, or want a large one. I don't want. Let's go for that one. No. Right. You can. Oh, that's really cool. We can create this nice orange like glow. The objects actually disappear with inside, but oh yeah, because yeah, look, you can see how it works now. Like, if you go, it's like a film with that gradient, and then no, hang on, what's going on here? Am I sticking through a wall here? Yeah, I think I am. So we need to come back inside the wall. So it creates a nice orange glow inside. That's cool, like that. So yeah, it's like a flat screen in front of it, if you like. A film. That's way too big to put across the front door. But I want a curtain like that across the front door. Unless I put a dual curtain. You need to bring it out a bit so it's like that, and then fix it onto something else. Go 60%, 60%. And the staff will walk up and walk through that on their breaks. That's cool. Yeah, I like that. That works. And that'll also create a bit of 3D relief on the flat area, because we want a bit of 3D relief. We don't want it all to be flat. You know, nothing worse than a flat building. I could also put some these grand gable ends and a few other bits on. Yeah. So sort of red and blue, red, white and blue, which is kind of interesting. Those are the three colours. And it's the old England. The old England occupied by Romans. So you need to create some of them with Romans. I mean, you could have that as a Roman thing, you just change the colours really. To gold and red. Sort of a deeper, darker red, like carmine. And then the blue, you go for a more duck blue, medium blue. Teal blue, no, duck blue, I think duck blue. So I'm trying to match that blue that's at the back there. I think medium blue might do it. And the gold is more sand dune. Yeah, it's a darker gold like that, and more or sand. Yeah. Is duck blue right, or have I gone too dark with it? I think it's possibly too dark. I think it's possibly. No, more like that's blue. Denim. Yeah, denim might be better. That's a close match. Alright, denim it is. We go for denim. don't know where these are going to go. It's just ideas, work in progress. I mean, with this I was throwing loads of stuff down until I got ideas, and then just suddenly came to me sort of as bolts out of the blue. So same thing may happen here, may not, but kind of hoping it does. Makes my life a bit easier. Right, actually, stucco. Boy, am I glad to be at home playing Planet Coaster 2, tell you. After the day at work. Day at work. Here we go, stucco pillars. So we've got lots of different styles of stucco pillars, which is good. We've got a bit more variety of what we can do. They're all from the fairy tale theme, but they work perfectly good for Romans. Right, so let's have a look. We've got this one, which is nice. Pillar 3. Need some vases and pots. What? So that should somebody just find it in your buried in your garden in a couple of thousand years, they can date when you lived there by the pots that are buried in your garden. Hold on, my son's just come in the room. It's alright, my eldest son came in to have a conversation with me while I'm streaming. Of course, always the way. I was thinking a square, a more kind of like a more what's the word? Yeah, a more thing, a more, what do you call it? Oh, there's a moth on the TV. Excuse me, moth, I do not want you on my TV. Thank you. It's a bit inconsiderate. Ashley's fallen asleep now. She's like, the streams are so relaxing. Yep, we provide relaxing streams for you to fall asleep to. Okay. No. I was yeah, my son came in and was taking the mick out of me, the fact that I just said to you about pots and vases to date them, for archaeologists to date them in your look at the PlayStation store. Oh, okay. Thinking about spending money. He was like, that's a great conversation you're having with your... I'm like, you can't join in partway through a conversation and then, you know, understand the context a little. And I've been watching lots of Time Team, and that's how they date every single trench. They're like, we need to find some pottery. And that's all they ever do. But there is an episode that sort of inspired this build. It's about Boadicea. That's an absolutely brilliant episode. Alright, whoops. 60 something in, yeah, again, when I already have like something 60 something PlayStation. Okay. Fair enough. Wow. Yeah, but the PlayStation store can eat that in seconds flat, can't it? So. Alright, I got an idea of something. We're going to go for something a little different, I think. We're going to do like that's one game, if it wants it to be. See, if you're after Planet Zoo, you need another 40 in there to get the deluxe version. But what you'll save on the DLC is well worth getting the deluxe edition. Or just Fortnite Crew, fair enough. Yeah, I don't think they'll ever do deluxe version on sale, Frontier of Zoo, which is a shame. And they may do eventually, if Zoo 2 comes out. We need Zoo 2. Excuse me, Alvin, can you not sit on my phone while I'm trying to read chat? Thank you, Alvin. My cats are awfully rude, aren't they? You know, we can have that. That's kind of nice. Or we can go for the market one. That's marble. I don't know whether we want marble. I think we might go for market. Like I said, but I think I won't be that good at it. And you never know. Just practice and study. And did you study art at all or anything, or do art? I don't know. I say GCSE. It's not GCSEs anymore, is it? Did you study art? Just for upgrade for a month, I feel like I would need longer than that. Than a month. Yeah, I think you would need longer than a month. Well, you see the way I play it. What, you were good at art when you were at school? Well, there you go. See, you've got that creative bone. Just believe a bit more. I was constantly doodling at school. I was getting into all sorts of trouble. I'd be drawing turtles in the back of my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the back of my maths book and things, you know, because I found art more entertaining than doing maths. I wasn't bad at maths. I just found that doodling turtles in the back of my book was far more entertaining. So yeah, this is not bad for a staff room so far. We need some windows on the front and kind of like some signs and a bit more decor to bring it to life. A bit of decor. Might have, oh, these are a bit long, aren't they? Ooh, that's a bit, look at that. I mean, I could shrink it, but even if I shrink it, I don't think it'd be that small. No, it would be, although I could have that across. Oh no, that is, ooh, that's a hefty bit of kit, isn't it? Yeah, it's bigger than those two pillars, even shrunk. And what we could do, drapes swag. See. Teacher's not doing their job properly. See, I think personally, I think education is a cornerstone of foundation. Anyone that messes with it, most of the teachers not even there anymore. I went to a fairly good school, I think. It's one of the better ones. We used to have a rivalry with us, I can't even speak. A rivalry, with one of the schools down the road. And if the kids came up to our school to look around, they'd be like, they're from whichever school, you know, they're from the other school, and people would chase them around, and oh, it was ridiculous. But yeah, very childish things, but what do you expect at high school, really? The whole thing was pretty childish. I wasn't lying, I do have a test on European socialism today. I'm not European, I don't plan on being, so who gives a crap that they're socialists? They could be anarchists for all I care. Still doesn't change the fact that I don't have a car. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. What a brilliant film that is. I think that's the quote. I may be misquoting it, but you know, something like that. Something along those lines. The scene where Matthew Broderick's having a shower before he rings his mate to come and pick him up. For his ninth sick day. Yeah, actually, back here, behind, kind of like this soft sort of furnishing type look to the staff room. It kind of, I mean, it's a building that it's going to be. Oh, I lost you. Well, yeah, you probably haven't seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off, have you? It's a film. It's right up there with Back to the Future, in my opinion. It's one of my feel-good films. If I'm feeling like crap, I'll put on Back to the Future and it will cheer me up no end. Yeah, I kind of like this. It's looking nice now. We need to get a style and design. Yeah, watch it. That's a good. It's better when you're at school, really, but you know, because I saw it when I was at school. Yeah, look. Oh, let's get off. You're kind of ruining the look. Thank you. Move. What's the movie again? Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That could be your 5th film you can watch. So Ferris, F-E-R-R-I-S, and then Bueller is B-E-A-U-L-L-E-R, I think. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Yeah, heck of a mouthful of a name for a film, but it's a really good film. It's a cult classic about a kid who takes a day off school. But it's comedy, as you may have guessed. I like light-hearted films or comedies. I tend to enjoy those sort of films more so. Hello, cat. What are you doing? Can you? My phone was charging. You've just knocked it halfway across the room with your tail, Alvin. Thanks for that. Oh, it's Dave. Sorry, Dave. You want a fuss, do you, Dave? Have you missed me today? Because I've not been in the house. You have to come for a fuss. Look, as much as fussing you is probably the most important thing to do in the world, in your opinion, yeah, I do have other obligations at the moment. Cat's like, no, you don't. Fuss me. They can wait. Those other obligations? Trivial. I'm not sponsored by Ferris Bueller's Day Off, by the way, but I should be at this point. Nope, haven't seen it. Nope, haven't seen it. But I guess that many people haven't seen it, don't worry. You're not in a... It's an old film, but it's a good film. You know, they don't make films like that anymore. Can you imagine if you pitched that to like the idea about a kid having a day off school? People just wouldn't entertain it these days. Like, no. Oh, actually, yeah. Do we go for the mythology marble block, or do we go for that? Oh, Lost. Yeah. After about a couple of episodes, I just got lost on that one. No, I did watch it. I didn't see the end. Oh no, I did see the end because we used to watch it every week when it came out. I used to go around a mate's house and we used to just hang out and watch it. But Lost annoyed me. Lost annoyed me because they had potential to do some really good ideas with it, and then they just just dropped them, like the polar bear on the island and things like that. They just didn't explore these amazing and set up these amazing ideas, and then they were just going off in a complete. And you're like, excuse me, you had such potential for some really good ideas to explore within the storyline, and then you just went off at a tangent, went off on your own little world. Let's have a look how that looks. Does that look alright? But apart from that, it was a good TV show. My favourite TV show was Heroes, which is why the first 4 seasons, yeah. But the polar bear thing, did it not annoy you? Like, they had this polar bear and they set all that up, and you thought, how good is that going to be? And they just didn't do anything with it, did they? They were like, I think they just put it down to some random encounter or something. And I was like, okay, what are you on about, you know? How could you explain a polar bear being on this tropical island? It was brilliant. You know, was it going to be someone that was living there as pet, you know, that was there before them, and such potential. So yeah, apart from the polar bear though, the rest of it is quite good. But yeah, Heroes was Heroes season 1 was my favourite TV show, I would say, of recent years. I just started watching that with my nan, bloody hell, when she was alive. Save the cheerleader, save the world. In fact, one of our children is named after one of the characters from Heroes. And when he found out which one it was, he had a go at us. He's like, why did you choose that one? Yeah, season 1 of Heroes is really good. I mean, they're not bad after that. It's just they, like Lost, they kind of lose their way. There's 3 seasons, and they've done a relaunch of Heroes. Don't watch the relaunch. Watch the original TV show way back when. Because there's something that happens in the first episode that's brilliant, and it made me want to watch from then onwards. It got me hooked, and it was. In fact, that's why I couldn't think why I like the Hayley character from Fortnite. She's a cheerleader, of course. Yeah, she looks very similar to the cheerleader from Heroes. Hayley does in Fortnite. So there you go. Save the cheerleader, save the world. And I'm not ruining anything by telling you that. Yeah, that's a good way to waste a weekend watching Heroes. We've got them on DVD. That's how old they are. I've got Lost on DVD and I've got Heroes on DVD. DVD. I don't know where you'd stream Heroes these days. You know, as the license for the original TV show, or even if you can stream the original TV show. I'm looking for something pointed. We need something pointed. Actually, yeah. So I've got every single season. My brother got me a box set of it. He's like, I knew you used to watch it. I'm like, oh yeah, thanks. That's too big. Yeah, that's too big. Everyone's like, what you're supposed to be talking about what you're creating. Apologies, I will talk about what I'm creating. I will refrain from talking about lost heroes and lost heroes. Yeah, that. Oh, I quite like that. That's nice, isn't it? That works. Heroes, yeah. The original TV show. Brilliant. Well worth watching. Especially if you like Lost. It's a similar sort of era. In fact, I think it was before Lost. Yeah, it must have been. Yeah. Yeah, because I think I was watching... Oh no, I was doing... Actually, thinking about it. It's on Amazon and Apple. There you go. Oh, it's on Amazon Prime, is it? Yeah, but it's the original. That's the thing. See, I know they did do a revamped version that was nowhere near as good, but nobody watched. The only way to tell if it's the original, I think so. When was it originally? Does it tell you when it's originally broadcast? So it says. Yeah. I don't trust them. Being sceptical of things has held me in good stead over the years. Good. 2006. I think when Shell and I got together. Yeah, because I remember one time Shell came over and she was like, I'm going to watch, I want to watch Big Brother. I'm like, don't be stupid. I've been following this TV show for weeks on end. So we're going to watch that instead. That's when we first got together. So I made her watch Heroes instead. And she's never let me forget about it since, but you know. Big Brother, seriously. Bunch of people sitting around in the house being watched by a bunch of people sitting around in the house. You know what? Yeah, okay. All trying to create some drama because they're bored out of their skulls. I like the theme tune to Big Brother though. It's Paul Oakenfold, and he's a quality DJ, but I did miss out on Big Brother though. I've watched some of Big Brother. The original one, the first time it's done was brilliant with Nasty Nick and all that. It was really good. But like after that, yeah. You know, once you've seen one social experiment, you've seen them all, really. Let's see how that looks from back here. That looks, yeah, it looks quite good. That's annoying me now. That's too medieval. Yeah, I'm kind of liking that. Just need some staff room type signs on it, don't we? Can you imagine if you have your windows and these are like light material, so you get the sunlight coming through the material? Oh, that'd be a lovely staff room. Be able to proper relax. I like to build a sort of outdoor area out the back actually for you to sit out on nice sunny days. The staff room should have two entrances and exits, you know, it should always have emergency exits. Horror games or movies? See, yeah, kind of. But my horror movies aren't that horrible, really. Like, I like Gremlins. I used to like Critters back in the day, which was similar to Gremlins. I love Critters. Critters 1, 2, 3 and 4. They just thought they'd get worse, but they weren't. Actually, I think they're making a third Gremlins film now. They're rebooting it. Gremlins is amazing. See, the best bit of Gremlins is when they fiddle with the old lady's stair lift and she goes flying out and gets stuck in the ground upside down. Even though it's really cruel, it's hilarious as well, in the same sense. Exorcist. I liked The Exorcist. I enjoyed that because it wasn't out for a lot of my childhood, and then I think it got unbanned. I want Gizmo as a pet in Fortnite. Yeah, can you imagine putting Gremlins in? They could easily put Gremlins in. And Back to the Future. That's what they should put in Fortnite. Can you imagine having Einstein as a pet on your back, and Doc Brown and Marty McFly? That'd be really cool as well. And Jennifer. See, you've got your perfect combo. But then you probably need Biff as well. And George, wouldn't you? In fact, most of the main characters from Back to the Future. Thinking about it. Some side windows, I'm thinking. Windows. Windows. Windows, windows, windows. Windows with curtains, you know. Kind of like... Yeah. What else? Horror movie. Scream. Definitely Scream. The original Scream. I know what you did last summer. Saw that in the cinema. Event Horizon, which is a good horror movie. You're doing a sci-fi. Alien and Aliens are good horror movies. Alien is more of a horror movie. Aliens not so much. It's more of an action movie. Because I find the idea of life... Oh, Alien is brilliant. Like, as a horror movie, like, watch it late at night in a dark room, and then go and then attempt to go and watch and then attempt to go and play Alien Isolation afterwards without crapping yourself. Honestly, it's just terrific, that game. If you've grown up with Aliens like I did on the Alien series. When I get killed by a xenomorph wearing Nike Air Jordans though in Fortnite, I do cringe a little. Like, a little bit my soul dies every time I see that. So, okay. Ripley was in the item store the other day and I almost got her. Have you seen... You wanted the Terminator stuff, didn't you, Ashley? Have you seen Terminator? So everyone's like, so you want Sarah Connor and you haven't seen Terminator? I like the characters. Well, you've enjoyed the films then, probably. The first one's alright, but the second one was amazing. Especially if you were 15 and went to see it at the cinema, or a couple of months off 15. That's why I didn't get them. I will watch the original Terminator films. I can't remember where you can stream them. It's somewhere really awkward. I don't like that. They're too close together. There's too many windows there. Let's space them out a bit. Yeah, they're good. They're good films, but they're not horror movies. Definitely not horror movies. Right, what have we got? How many? 3. If you think I'm randomly spacing these apart, I'm not. I'm actually counting the bricks. There's 3 bricks between each one, and that gives me the spacing. See, I'm a clever little monkey. For people wanting to know about actual Planet Coaster related material rather than me talking about films all the time. Films, music, that sort of thing, you know, I can talk about them for years, hours. Trying to think of other horror movies that I like though. Not really many. I tend to like more ones that I've seen. Blair Witch Project. I could recreate it right here in Planet Coaster. Because a lot of it is just... Actually, we need it to be dark. There, let's go dark. And a lot of it is just... that. And then... that. There, that's the Blair Witch experience. I remember everyone going about how scary it was, and my dad put it on one Christmas when I was staying around there, and we all turned to each other and went, that was a load of crap. That was 2 hours of my life we'll never get back. And everyone was like, Blair Witch is amazing. Oh, it's really scary and that. I'm like, no. I mean, I know what they were trying to do. It's trying to be like amateur and like it was a real true story and everything, but it just didn't do anything for me. It didn't work. But also, I tend not to believe in witches and ghosts and things, so I find the concept of alien life a bit scarier, because I could believe that it could be alien life, because it's a bit stupid to think that there's not however billions of stars in the universe and that somewhere out there isn't other alien life. You know, so the idea of alien creatures is not a completely ludicrous leap, whereas people come back to life to haunt people and things. It's kind of a bit shaky ground for me. Because where are all the ghost dinosaurs? You know, come on. I want to see a ghost T-Rex. Where's my ghost T-Rex? I want to recreate Jurassic Park. Jaws, that's a good horror film as well. Even though sharks are not deadly, but you know, Jaws is a good scary film. I tend to like thrillers more though, I think. I think thrillers are more enjoyable than horror movies, personally. Because yet again, they're more rooted in reality. Although I'm saying I enjoy Gremlins and Critters, you know. They're just harmless fun. I watched Paranormal Activity on my own one night. No, couldn't sleep after that. Japanese version of The Ring. I watched that stupidly. I lived in a house by myself for a short period of time in my life, but I had this house. It was my it was my dad's now wife's house, and I was living there, and I put The Ring on late at night. I can't remember, it must have been about 11 o'clock, and I watched it to about 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, I couldn't sleep after that for a very long time. I think I stayed up and played on the computer just to, you know, just to kind of calm my nerves, because the original Ring is quite scary. And then they did a remake in America, but yeah, the original version is just, even with subtitles, it was creepy. But that's a weird thing. That's weird, you know, the concept of watching a videotape and then a few days later, that's it, you're gone. Right, anyway, what am I doing? I'm looking for signs. Did I believe in ghosts? See, it's a tricky subject. Oh, you mean do you feel like you've seen one? No, what has happened is your mind has played tricks on you in a certain situation to make you think. But I bet there is I could probably come up with 1,000 other explanations as to what you actually saw. Not to be cruel, but yeah, I could probably come up with a fair few explanations. I don't think so. Fair enough. But you just think, yeah, although you didn't realise it, think how powerful the brain is, and what the way that we're conditioned from an early age to recognise shapes, like, which is why when you look at clouds you can see faces in them and things. So, also, if you've seen a ghost, was it in a place that had a carbon monoxide alarm? Is another question. Because hallucinations tend to be a bit of carbon monoxide poisoning. That can cause you to hallucinate. So, and you can't smell, it's odourless carbon monoxide, which is why we have carbon monoxide alarms. So there's loads of different routes. And you want to get me across around. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so it's somewhere public. I still find it hard to. I could think of another reasonable explanation as to what happened. Right, and then they weren't there. Yeah, and then they weren't there when you look back up, when you even passed them. Yes, they had a dog. Well, why would a ghost be walking their dog? And it was in the middle of a park, and there was nowhere they could have disappeared off to, no side alternate routes or anything like that. Because if it's foggy, I'd look up some phenomena that can occur in fog to do with reflections. Coat was like a cream colour. See, that's you know, people having cream coloured coats, that's a fairly modern thing. Or is people with like furs or lots of money. There's no way they could have disappeared that quickly. I had my down for a few seconds. Okay. Yeah, I just think there's, you know, there's hundreds of other ways to explain these things from a logical point of view. That's fair enough. Did you go and get the milk still, or did you go straight home? I was on your way home. Right, I'm with you. Yeah. See, it's hard to explain, but as to what... Yeah, there must be something logical happening that happened there. That's why I'm thinking of refractions. Because... to do with light. Right, I didn't think that was working right. Oh, I know why. I was just realising why that didn't line up. I was like, oh, why is that not lining up? Because I changed the scale of it, didn't I? So it won't line up. But yeah, it's quite possible that there was I believe in ghosts after that. Fair enough. I mean, I can't argue with you because I wasn't there. I have no point of reference, so I can't. But personally, I've not seen anything in all my time on planet Earth that's led me to believe in ghosts. Although I met plenty of people that have said they've had things happen to them in their life that they can't explain. See, when I first moved into my house here, I always got the feeling that someone else was here still. But that might just be the lingering presence, and also the fact that I was in a new house. You know, lingering presence of the person that used to live here. Because I happen to know that someone did used to live here before us. Well, of course they did, you know. And he didn't. This was the last house he lived in. So, but I haven't seen anything or heard anything or experienced anything to prove that, apart from getting some of his mail, you know, and things like that. You know, not to make light of the situation, but anyway, this is coming along very well, considering I had no idea what this staff thing would look like. Staff room would look like. What might be an easy way of doing it? Oh, my internet's just had a hissy fit because it's just thrown up all the messages, and now it's saying that no one is watching my stream. So yeah, the internet is having a hissy fit. Although PlayStation is saying that there are people watching the stream. Ghost in the Machine. Or Ghost in the Shell. Cracking anime, that. Ghost in the Shell. It just annoys me. It just annoys me that I put my head down at that moment. Yeah, it's alright. Yeah, all the comments on the PlayStation screen were all like old comments, and I was like, what? Because it was telling me you were looking at the PlayStation store and things. I'm like, okay, I think we had that conversation about an hour ago. Bit spooky. We finished the conversation about ghosts, and then it, you know. No, that's just called a coincidence. Look, it's doing it again. Tell you something weird that happened to my mother. Yeah, it's going through everything now. It's going through everything. I had to refresh the stream. Yeah, Ghost was in the stream. I suppose my mum's long-term partner, who was kind of my stepdad, his daughter did something, right, and the day that happened, that was like a bit, it's a bit shocking what she did, put it that way. I won't go into detail. And the day that happened, the picture of on the wall at my mum's house, when she came home in the afternoon, it was directly in the centre, face down, in the centre of the room. And there's no way it could have got there off the wall, or by falling down, hitting the cabinet and bouncing. And she said it was perfect right angles to the wall on the right and the wall on the left, you know, and like it was perfectly right, you know, perpendicular to each wall. So there you go. That's a weird thing that can't be explained. So that, yeah, like I say, I know plenty of people that told me about weird things that have happened to them that can't be explained. But I am personally, it might be because I am sceptical. One time I was a lot younger, I had a mate who drove a car and we used to hang around, and we drove out to a place, a park one evening just to hang out and chat and things, because that's what we did, especially when it was really hot, like today, for example. We'd go out about 10:30, 11. We went somewhere which was near a hospice. That's annoying me. Near a hospice, and we'd been standing there for a little while and then talking and things, and then we just both stopped and we were just sort of in our own thoughts for a little bit, and then he was like, do you get the feeling that something doesn't want us here? And I was like, I had the same feeling, and I was like, yeah. So he's like, let's get out of here. So we left, and then, but there was no one around or anything, and we couldn't, however, we were near sort of wetlands and a lake, so I've thought about it since, and my rational explanation would be it was something to do with swamp gases and things making you feel that way, like a nerve toxin almost, playing a trick upon our brains, because we both experienced it at the same time in the same place. Or the other explanation is it was something weird, but you know, I don't subscribe to that. I think there's a logical explanation for everything in this world. It's just, even if we don't understand it yet, and that's the thing. Like hundreds of years ago, we used to think, we never thought the earth was flat, but we didn't have an understanding of the world like we do today, and we couldn't explain natural things that happen, so we just used to go, it's the gods. But now we know. Now we can predict the weather, upcoming weeks, due to weather patterns and winds around the earth. Well, I think that's a weird thing that we can't explain as a human species, is why there's wind on Earth. We've sussed out tidal ranges, but wind is a bit of an enigma. It's a bit strange. Anyway, thinking about all these weird things is just kind of making me go, let's try and get, yeah, these look nice, don't they? Let's have some of these. Can they hang off the top? No, there's that. No, okay, alright. Let's go for. Let's go for these. See, my streams are wigging out. Yeah, let's change the vibe. Yeah, well, I blame you. Actually, you started with your bloody ghost horror films question. That was it. Look at that. And let's flip it over to night. Got that really nice orange glow at the front. Right, looks beautiful. The mesmerising fire that's transfixed humanity for thousands of years. Or did they just open a can of worms by saying that? Oh, that's a good point. We've got two. I'm losing money, see? While I'm not paused, I'm losing money. Why am I losing money? Is it wages? See, we've got two staff. Do I fire the two lifeguards and rehire lifeguards? Because otherwise we're going to lose money. I mean, it's not much at the moment, but it could add up over the length of the project. Yeah, I feel evil firing people, but, you know, you have to be cruel to be kind. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. Thank you. Right, I need to grab hold of something so I can, thank you, get the heads up display. Content, fair pay. I mean, he's happy enough. This staff member has a short shift. They do not require a break. Alright. See, I feel bad, but they're going to be drain on our cash. Do you know, we've got to be cruel. Sorry. Oh, I hate doing that. I hate firing people. I mean, they haven't done anything wrong. You know, if they'd been caught doing something wrong, then, you know, fair enough. You might not understand it. You might think it's your fault. But look around you. Have you seen a guest or anyone swimming in that swimming pool in the last 2 days you've been sat there? No. So it's not open. Why would you hire staff if it's not open? You know, why would I have lifeguards? Who are you keeping safe? Hey, look, you should be running slowly though, and in slow motion to an excellent theme tune. Let's see if we can find some walking out music to make it a bit happier for us. Since I've just fired them. Gonna make things a bit happier. Do we have an 80s type or 90s vibe type music? No. Hang on. That's 260s. No, that's not right, is it? No. I quite like this track, I think, if it's the one I think it is. Yeah, I quite like that one. That's quite a good one as well. Yes, that one. Which one was... Yes, that one. The one I was playing for a long time. Or the Moo Moo Milkshake. This one. Or this one. Or this one. Midnight Boogie. No, not Midnight Boogie. Right. Man un un aliuma. Yeah, that one. This one. This is the perfect one. The peaceful one. This one. Right. Oh, for God's sake. Now it's gone. Right. It does help if you actually select it and confirm it. There we go. So it's not that bad, mate. See, I wouldn't feel so bad about getting fired if everyone did this and made a song and dance about it. You'd kind of be like... Sorry, mate, you know. Hey, look, you might get auto-hired in the future. You never know. You know, stranger things have happened. It's all the facial expressions and stuff, not the facial expressions, all the movements that they do. Look, oh no, oh, I got fired. Oh, it's a disaster. And if you click on it, it's even worse. Like that. Miserable. Right? Fired, but I have mouths to feed. Yeah, right, make me feel guilty. You know. It's not my fault, okay? It was I wouldn't have hired you. It's only because I put down a lifeguard chair that it automatically hires you as soon as I place one, but... Let's make you feel guilty. This would be good music for stream is starting. Right, stream is starting, so I have some lifeguard I've fired, you know, and... Is there even more peaceful music than this? Possibly. It's kind of like... There's all sorts of styles of music, I think. I mean, obviously for the rides, I want quite... The reason why I picked the marching music for the wooden coaster is because the wooden coaster is quite loud. And so I needed something I knew that would be drums and bass, would actually cut through the sound. Because, like... If I had a nice peaceful track that's quite melodic, you would hear hardly any of it on the coaster. Make them sleep on the rides. Swimming pool 1 is unsafe and needs better lifeguard coverage. No, it doesn't, because my park isn't open. Seriously. We quite like this one, yeah, this is quite a good track now. Oh, they actually say Leon Aluma. Aluama. But we need to find something a bit more. Spirits of the Forest. It was playing both of them. It's playing both of them at the same time. Let's go back over here. See, look, that's better. We need to put something in front of that. Put out some like gardens, I think, in front of that. Would look nice for my staff when they finally get here. But it's sometimes that I'm going to rename this. This is not swimming pool 1. This is Roman baths. Thank you very much. Or a bath if you're from up north. Oh, excuse me. These are playlists actually. We shouldn't be in playlists. Magical Town. This is more piratey type stuff, but there we go. Whoa. This is quite peaceful. But it's kind of exuberant though, isn't it? It's kind of like upbeat, but happy. Groovy Experiments is next. Oh, in the dark woods. Yeah, that's not going to be peaceful at all, is it? No, this is a bit creepy. Yeah, that was definitely creepy. Groovy Experiments. Professor's Lab. See, these are more horror type ones. Frankencoaster. Oh, this is brilliant, this one. Sorry if we did a Halloween theme park. The Genie. Well, that's exactly as you'd expect. Sort of gives you Middle Eastern vibes. Turkey, Egypt, that sort of thing. Goblins and Gobstoppers. Dragon Dungeon isn't peaceful, by the way, I know that already. You need to get started on a Halloween park soon, yep. Fantasy Castle, this is quite peaceful. But it's also... Tell you what this music reminds me of. It reminds me of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure when they go back in time and meet the babes in the castle. I don't know why. What number am I thinking of? 69, dude. Sorry, I'm just reliving my teenage years again. Battle for Coasterland is not... Roman Bath is unsafe and needs better lifeguard coverage. Shut up. Shut up. Yeah, that track that was playing, that last one, that those tub thumping trios, you had one of them playing with a with like a band, a pirate band playing on this stage. So let me go. Right, okay. And it was brilliant. It was all animated and everything. All these people were playing. Like one of them was playing the fiddle. One of them was banging on these barrels, and that was really cool. And it was in the original game. And they were on this stage. Well, guess what Frontier have done? Let me find it. Let me find it. If I can find it, I'll show you. Yeah, there it is. They've given us the stage, they've taken the pirate band away. So that kind of makes me want to build and animate my own pirate band and reinstate them in all their glory. And just have them simply have one person with a fiddle, one person banging some drums. You could do very simple animations because you've got the movers in this game. Like these are animators, so you can animate stuff simply. That you can do simple rotations and stuff. So you can, or you could do like for Halloween stuff. You can do ghosts and wraiths and spectres and things and moving up and down, or you can do the classic leap through a curtain trick. You know, you can do all the classic movements. I think there's one guy, Taji. He's like an Australian Planet Coaster creator. He does amazing stuff. Like he was doing some animation stuff, and he puts animators on animators and creates really cool things. Yeah, here's some nice. Although this just kind of reminds me of Lilo and Stitch. With that or 51st Dates, you know. These are very Hawaii sounds. I mean, even that sounds Hawaiian, lula. I think this is one of these is really peaceful actually. Yeah, you were saying about sending people to sleep on rides. This is in. Either you can make an amazing underwater type ride where the guests don't get wet, but you can have things like creatures swimming up over you and you look up in the ride system and you have like whale sharks swimming over you and lots of little fish and things. And yeah, I'd like to try and make a proper ocean inspired theme park. I think it would be quite incredible. So all this cool sort of stuff like this. See, that's really chilled. And I think these are really, this isn't so chilled, this is more, I suppose it's kind of relaxing, but it's also sort of awe-inspiring. Whereas Mure definitely would send you to sleep. Ashley's gone to sleep now, that's it. She's completely fallen asleep listening to all this chilled music. But yeah, it's very ocean. You know, you can imagine this an aquarium. These sort of, and you could quite easily see the exhibits around you and stuff. The only problem with that is, oh, well, hang on, I've lost them all. Where was it? Oh, it was before these, wasn't it? Not yet, but I'm getting close. Current events. Yeah, look. Scenery. There isn't much in the way of pre-made ocean type stuff. There's signs like this which are cool, so you could do something animated with that, and you could do something with that as well. You could quite easily animate them in a scene even though they are 2D boards, you have these, which are balloons, which you could possibly do something with the dolphin quite easily. Like you could have that animated through a scene, silhouetted against lighting and stuff, and you can make it smaller. So you could quite easily, like, what am I thinking? Let me show you what I'm thinking. Everyone, right? Yep. Right. You have to select this. You have to select attach scenery. Right, I want to grab that. It doesn't let me grab that. Yeah. Console version of Planet Coaster 2 sometimes really winds me up. Where was I for that dolphin? I can't remember which menu I was in. Was it that one? Yeah, it was that one. It says dolphin static, but not if I get hold of it, it won't be. So trying to make lots of dolphins in a scene, you could quite easily do. Let me show you. I mean, this is just rough for demonstration purposes. So you can have like a silhouette, sunset silhouette loop, yeah. Yeah, loop, default. Okay, why is that not connected to my... I just selected connect objects, attach scenery. Yeah, I just selected the bloody dolphin to attach. Great. I've been dreaming about flying dolphins. I'm just demonstrating what you could do, because you could like create waves, and you could have a few of these activated in a scene. They would be flying dolphins. And then when it's activated, you can just make them jump up and jump down behind the scene. So when you come past with your ride thing, you're down here, and then you would have where is it? I mean, it's just like extremely rough example. If I can find a wavy, I know there's a wavy object in here, and I'm looking for it just to for demonstration purposes. Trouble is when you're searching quickly. Oh, that'll do. Yeah, you'll do. That'll do. I mean, obviously it'd all be solid. You'd have like this solid like area like that, and you'd have a higher one behind it, and then you just have your dolphins jumping out like that as you go past on a ride, or as you come past like that. You have your nice ocean music. Yeah, I'm sure you get the idea of what I'm going for with that. So you can do stuff like that with it. I mean, there isn't a huge amount of chance of scope for animation really in Romans and ancient Britons, but I could possibly do it with some things on here, and I quite like animation. Yeah, since I studied art to higher education right, shut up for now, that's too relaxing. People will be falling asleep on my stream. We can't have that. I am well aware that you think it is unsafe. So the next building, right. So I'm just trying to work out from here. Okay, you've got a 4-meter gap. And in saying that, no, I want paths, thank you. What we want to do, see, if they'd have given us sharks back and saltwater crocs again, I could have done a perfect Halloween, like an ocean-based Halloween. In fact, doing one with ghost ships and that could be a good idea. Theme park, couldn't it? Proper ghost ship Halloween type park. And I'm beginning to come up with ideas now in my head. That's it. I'm thinking about. It's always dangerous when you're building a park to be thinking about the next park, but Halloween is only around the corner, people. So I probably definitely need to think about it. Definitely, undoubtedly, definitely need to think about a Halloween park. Right, I want a square, not a triangle, a square. I wish paths were so easy to work with. They were supposed to make paths easier than they did in the previous games in Planet Coaster 2. So far, I've seen no evidence of that. In fact, a lot of the tricks I could use in Planet Coaster 1 I cannot use in Planet Coaster 2, much to my dismay. Alright, okay, yeah, this is going to be one heck of a small pool. I hope everyone is aware of that. But it doesn't need to be a big pool. The reason being it's like a little plunge pool. We can draw pools. We can draw pools. So, thinking here, directly up here. So I kind of want to leave a reasonable length around the edge so I can do things with it. Like put other things in. If that makes sense to anyone. No. Oh. Oh, I just deleted the whole thing I just drew out. It's so annoying that you can't delete the last click. If you make a mistake, you have to go back and start all over again. It should delete the last point that you just created. There. And then we're going to put that. Oh, actually, there's something I wanted to do. That's too big for what I want to do. See, I have a cunning idea. We need a sort of plunge pool, and what that is a really cold pool that the Romans would jump in to cool off after they'd been in a sauna, and you just sort of jump in and then get out quickly. There's the idea. So we want something that kind of mimics that in the sense of the same size. It doesn't have to be freezing cold. I mean, I wish that upon anyone, really. You know, you want the true authentic experience. You can't handle the true authentic experience, right? So I was thinking was building a pool out of a fountain, because that makes perfect sense, doesn't it? The only reason I'm thinking of doing that is because that mosaic is better than any tile floor. Yeah. $160, is that about? So where would we put it? Let's put it back here. So what I'm going to do now is create my custom pool. Merge. No, do not point snap there. He's point snapping to that area, which is really irritating. So I'll start down here. Right, we need to go here all the way up to I'll just go shorter. Here. No. Right. Now we'll grab our water fountain. Yeah, there we go. And it has an amazing mosaic floor. Although, the issue we have here is the marble water fountain. So why has it built it too high? Alright. No, that's not what I wanted to do. That's so annoying. I have no idea why it built the pool so high, and I have a feeling it's something to do with this, in which case like it won't let you build where there's water already, I'm guessing. That would be my guess. So we have to get clever. Way we do that. To simply trick the Cobra engine that Frontier used, you just have to think logically. I love it really for that. It's fantastic. You just have to sort of look at it and understand what's happening. Right, okay, cool, that is what I need. Grid, freeform props. I mean, this is a precise measurement. No, we don't. I just thought I don't need it that exact length. And there's a reason why. Really simple one. We just didn't think about it very cleverly for 5 seconds, but if I apply my brain, I can come up with a solution. This week I have mostly been playing Planet Coaster 2. For the older people in the audience. Oh no, copy. Right. Move fountain. Create custom pool. Draw tool. What we do is, are you directly on the path? It seems like it's directly on the path. Now, let's hope we can get the exact, or as close as can be. Yeah, look, that's annoying, isn't it? That. Ah. Yeah, that's super annoying when it deletes one. What I was actually trying to do was just cancel the last node. and put a new one in. I mean, you can edit afterwards, so perhaps we do that. Let's playing ball this time. Let's bring that in. And lower. And higher. There's a tiny little step around the edge of the pool now, at the bottom. Do I care? No, not really. There we go, that's exactly what I wanted. That is exactly what we wanted. Exactly how we wanted it. And I've used all my brain power in one evening. Yeah, why are we... I don't understand why it's not... Good, yeah. There we go. Yeah, it looks really good actually. I like that, I do. That's brilliant. Right. I'm going to have 5 minutes break. I'll put you on the coaster. Hang on, what's going on here? There's no... Sorry, what? There's no path to swimming pool 3 and guests cannot reach it. You reckon? Do you want to check that again? Let's see what it comes to the conclusion of now. So yeah, I wanted to cover that over with some yeah. So I was thinking about putting all rocks around it and making it like a cave, and I was like, no, the Romans just that wouldn't happen. And I was like, oh, it'd be fun though. Yes, it would be, but it just wouldn't feel right in a heavily Roman type designed area. And then all of a sudden you've got that weird look. Right, give me 5 minutes. I'll just have a quick break. I'll be back shortly, and then we'll continue building our Roman baths. And we're back, just in time as it's pulling into the station after your daily dose of tree watching. Yeah, so I've got like smoke and stuff, and I've got like these fountains and things, and so I'm trying to add as much movement as I can, but I think some more animated scenes and stuff would be really nice for the and I need to do something more with this. I'm thinking statues up here and I don't know, greenery, plants. Yeah, let's edit this, because I kind of done a little bit with it but not much. I'm going to toggle building access, so we're moving on the building access. Sorry, Dave's crunching biscuits in the background. So if you hear some crunches, that's why. And Alvin's come over to see me. Kind of thinking I probably want this structure on the other side as well. So we're probably there. By the time I finish building all this, we're probably going to be way below 400,000, which means we'd have spent our first 100,000 on park development. So yeah, planters perhaps along the bottom, some plant life. Not to be confused with the famous song Park Life. Yeah, it's beginning to look a bit... Do I want one in the middle there as well? Possibly. Yeah, so like this, for example. Right, I want that to be slightly bigger. But just touching each side, so 128. Perhaps a bit more than that actually. Cats are up to something. I can hear them in the background through my headset. I think they're playing. Yeah. Right, so we want to put that down and then simply rotate. Ah, okay, yep. But now, I think... I know, good, we don't have a... See, my concern was we were going to have Z fighting. Yeah, where the textures are fighting against each other. Anyone not knowing the technical term? Yeah, okay, that's a bit too big. So if we go... Yeah, there we go. Perfect. They're not that expensive either, right? $11.50, that's quite nice. I've got an idea what I'm going to put in them actually, because there's a severe lack of sort of plants and things. So obviously putting these planters in. Right, let's go nature region, tiger temperate. That's the style of bush I want, but that's just way too big. Still too big, I think. Perhaps we want... Yeah. If we go 2 meter, it's a shame that you don't have plant options of rotating on the vertical axis, on the horizontal axis, sorry, like in Planet Coaster 2. Oh, that's sticking out, yeah. That's a good point. Do you want to... Yeah, sticking out. That's not sticking out. That's sticking out. Yeah. Yeah, alright. Thanks, game. You moved them far too vigorously. That's because I was scaling them all as one object. So it was my own fault. Mistakes were made. Nothing we can't set right though. Right, and what I want to put in there is some trees. We've got, yeah, poplar trees and alright, but we want these. Italian cypress trees, small is perfect, but we want random scale. Do I want random scale? Or do I just want to scale them myself? I might want to just scale them myself actually. So they're 115% at the moment. I want to get them central. Just want to check something. Yep, that's right. Actually, let's put that down a bit. Since it doesn't do random rotation, we'll do our own version of random rotation. $1.50 for these trees. That's a bargain, isn't it? Okay, it's beginning to come together. Just wonder if they're going to sway. Yeah, sway a little bit, not too much. That's good. Adds a little bit of movement as well to the scene. As I say, that's going to be, that is all going to be covered in. Probably going to have some big braziers, whatever they're called, the big lights. These, yeah, these boys on pedestals around this. Pool extras. Three. Just want to get the space in roughly right on each side. It's too small to be a wave pool, I think. I've deleted the wave pool, yet it's still behaving like it's got waves in it. I know, the energy's slowly dissipating. Cool, and it's gone back to being a normal pool. So I could create a wave pool on this one, but then it kind of ruins it, I would guess. No, it's not. It's too big. This spot is obstructed. Well, can it not be obstructed, please? Do we want a wave pool in the main pool? I don't know. There's got to be some way of defining the difference between this pool and that one. There's got to be something different between them, because otherwise the guests will use one pool over the other if they're both behaving the same, I think. And we don't want that. I mean, the depth at the moment is not diving. But we could turn this into a diving pool, because you can just select it, I think. Roman baths. Oh, I can change the water colour. So what? Pool size, wave machines, water jets, flumes, water slides, pool extras, 4. Add scenery close to the attraction to what? Right, I'm trying to read prestige. You can't scroll that down. Why not? Oh, I don't have any arrow keys on this keyboard because it's just a basic keyboard. There's no extra keypad and hang on, that's really weird. So no, there's no way of reading that text. That's really close to the attraction to to what? Yeah, scenery bonus 73%. So if the more we do this up, hopefully that'll add to the overall experience. Let's jump back into mythology. Mythology. Oh dear. Sorry, I'm yawning lots. Getting very tired. Been up since 7, but I want to keep going with this for a little bit longer. So we're not going to give up yet. If you suddenly hear me snoring, it's time to end the stream. Alright, this is slot 1. I'm kind of thinking no, that's not going to work, is it? 'Cause it's cut off the top of the arch, and the arch is a feature. And I don't want that to be destroyed. So that's not going to work. So unless I go up here, I mean, I could shrink it down, the other one, but yeah, it's subtle, but it's there, and it looks quite good actually. With it being a pool, I want this sort of water effect. Well, not water, but like blues around it. So it makes you think of water more than anything. all will become apparent shortly as to what I'm currently doing. And if you were paying attention a few seconds ago, you could probably guess what I'm doing. Another go. Turn it back to world, thank you. Relative does not work. I think that's lined up with each side. Except that seems to be slightly off. As does this one. Yeah, so I was thinking it just seems to be slightly off. Which is strange, as it perfectly lines up with the other side. Realised something, yep. Alright, let's just get in there. I'm thinking that those column pieces need something on top. As to what, though, I don't know. So, I cannot decide. Needs to be something Yeah, it just affects the that's rather annoying that it's just subtle. Okay, I've got an idea of what piece I want, but or pieces. Let's go for a half circle. So I'll sink that back in. I don't know what colour to have it either. You've got these golds and these like teal blues and things. Let's confirm rosewood. I'm just thinking, is there anything I could add to make that look a bit like a sun or something? I might just add some mythology type trim around it. I have an idea.
thinking about adding normal trim might be better, and then possibly on top of the normal trim some signs so it can actually signpost the baths behind it. Plunge pool. But the trim is proving elusive. What are these? Oh, modern water fountain. See, that's what I'm thinking. Can put around it. So that, if I stick that there, it's going to stick through the roof, and yeah. Just noticed that sticking out. Yeah, it looks quite good actually. It's turned out better than I thought. Just hoping some inspiration strikes, really, more than anything. Or I get a flash of brilliance. No, I can't. I want something to cap those ends. I mean, I could leave it like that. That's perfectly fine. But I could then add something on the end, for example. I mean, that's way too big, but like something there, blocking it off. Checking it wasn't sticking through. Mm. That was not good. I expected it to be heading in one direction, and it wasn't. Did it again. Right, let's make sure we put building access on. Right, I am going to leave it there because I'm struggling to stay awake. Yeah, we're getting there with it. It's beginning to take form now, isn't it? Which is good. But thank you so much for watching, everyone, and joining me. I will return with more Planet Coaster 2, Witcher, or Fortnite, or even Oblivion. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you soon. Good night.